Coast insomniacs.
I love that. All right, capping off an extraordinary volley of personal insults, influential Republican Senator Bob Corker, now the first lawmaker to go public with what many in the GOP have been saying privately for months. In an interview Sunday with the New York Times, the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee accused President Trump of treating his office like a reality show with reckless threats that could set America, quote, on the path to World War III. Corker said he is alarmed by a president who acts, quote, like he's doing The Apprentice or something. He told the New York Times, he concerns me. He would have to concern anyone who cares about our nation.
The verbal combat escalating Sunday when the president launched a Twitter tirade against Corker. Trump tweeting the retired Republican senator doesn't have the guts to run again after Trump supposedly denied Corker's request for an endorsement, a claim flat out denied by Corker's chief of staff. Corker was quick to punch back, tweeting, "It's a shame the White House has become an adult daycare center." Someone obviously missed their shift this morning. That has been retweeted 124,000 times. The trouble between the senator and the president has been brewing for weeks, underscored by this remark from Corker just last week.
I think Secretary Tillerson, Secretary Mattis, and Chief of Staff Kelly are those people that help separate our country from chaos.
That was Wednesday. Now, 3 weeks ago, Corker questioned the president's stability and competence after he assigned blame for the violence in Charlottesville last summer to, quote, both sides. Senator Corker's vote will be critical for many of the president's legislative goals, including tax reform and foreign policy challenges like the Iran nuclear deal.
Joining us now, CNN political analyst Julian Zelzer, historian and professor at Princeton University. Good to see you, sir.
Good morning.
All right, so what does all this mean? Now, context first on Bob Corker, a guy that was on the short list for vice president before Corker himself pulled himself out of the running, said his conversations with the candidate about foreign policy were not comfortable. And then he was on the short list for Secretary of State before Rex Tillerson got the nod. How consequential are these remarks from a very measured, highly respected, influential Republican senator?
It could potentially be a turning point. Here you have a conservative Republican who supported president, directly addressed the competence of the president, and warned that there's the potential for chaos, there's the potential for war. These are strong, strong words. This isn't from a left-wing Democrat. This is from an ally of the administration. So do Republicans do something? That's the question.
Yeah, and will there be more who follow suit? This is, right now, he's 1 in 100, although I'm sure there are some Democrats who have said things like this. But what matters is this is someone who is on the inside. He's the powerful chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. This is someone the president will have to work with. What's remarkable to me, you call it a fall off your chair moment.
Yes. What's
remarkable to me, reading that New York Times story, it was a 25-minute interview in which Senator Corker was very careful with his words. This was a cutting criticism meant to go to an audience of one, or maybe an audience of maybe 51 others as well, you know?
Yeah, this was a very deliberate message. He's now said it several times over the course of several days, and each time Senator Corker has used very tough words. And so this is an effort, I don't think, to sway the president. I think this is about trying to sway members of the Republican Party, at a minimum, to issue a warning, so that at this moment in history, this senator is saying, we have a problem.